Hollywood actress Angelina Jolie adopted her first child 20 years ago. She found a 7-month-old baby Maddox in an orphanage in Cambodia. How has the boy's life turned out since then? How did he celebrate his 21st birthday? And what is he doing now? Keep watching to find out his incredible life story. This is Wow Channel. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin! This boy was born in a local village in Cambodia in August 2001. His biological parents named him Reth Weibel, but almost immediately after the birth, the boy was taken to an orphanage in the big city of Padang Bang. He lived there for the first 7 months of his life. What happened to his parents? Nobody still knows the answer to this question. In Cambodia, many children from the orphanage have living biological parents. However, because of poverty and illness, they abandon their own babies. Often parents sell their kids, at best for adoption, into a good Western family, at worst into slavery, where terrible things are done to them. Today, it doesn't matter anymore whether this boy had living parents or not. If they left him in an orphanage and never tried to return him, then most likely they didn't need a child. Therefore, the boy was waiting for a difficult fate. The government of Cambodia didn't take enough care of the orphans in those days. Therefore, as an adult, Reth Weibel most likely began to live on the street, and at best he could find a job maybe for $1 a day. But his fate was unbelievable. He was the only one among thousands of other orphans who managed to get into a good family. In 2002, he was noticed by the Hollywood actress Angelina Jolie. At that time, she was 27 years old. She was super popular and rich. Cambodia had a special place in her heart. It was the country where she filmed her hit movie Tomb Raider. She felt a strong connection with this country and one day decided to visit a local orphanage for humanitarian work. When she saw this boy, he smiled at her and got up instead of crying like all the other babies. It touched her heart. That's why she chose him. Jolie named this boy Maddox, which means son of fortune. This kid really turned out to be amazingly lucky. Thanks to this happy occasion, an unwanted boy from an orphanage got a family, and he will one day become known to the whole world and inherit from his parents their fortune of millions of dollars. Jolie was extremely happy. This was her first child. However, the adoption of a baby caused many difficulties. First, her relatives didn't understand her choice for a long time. Her then-husband Billy Bob Thornton didn't want to become a father, so the actress took custody of herself alone. The adoption also caused many bureaucratic problems and scandals. During the adoption process, the US government banned adopting children from Cambodia because of child trafficking. Jolie's coordinator was later convicted of visa fraud, but the actress still made an adoption and took the boy to America. All this process was accompanied by scandals in the press, where the actress was accused of buying a child. Some people still believe that Maddox's mother was alive and sold the baby for a shocking $100 due to being crushed by poverty. Despite everything, however, Maddox brought her new mom a lot of happiness. She soon separated from her husband Billy Bob Thornton and gave all her love and care to the baby. Maddox was her only and favorite child for the first years of his life. Only 3 years after the adoption, Jolie decided to take the girl Zahara into the family and marry Brad Pitt. The new husband supported her in everything and decided to officially adopt her kids. In total, Angelina Jolie gave birth to 3 children in this marriage and adopted 3 more. So Maddox had a big family, a father, mother, and 5 siblings, and he's the oldest of them all. By the time Maddox was 6, Jolie shared that her son was growing up into a little intelligent man, adding that he was so smart and so witty. She even called the little boy her best buddy and the coolest little person she'd ever met. The actress often drove Maddox to Cambodia and introduced him to the culture of his native country. She also involved him in her humanitarian work. Maddox has probably always been Jolie's favorite. He had an excellent relationship with his adoptive mother, but he didn't get along very well with his adoptive father. The older Maddox got, the more tension between him and Brad Pitt grew. In 2016, when Maddox was 15 years old, he had a serious quarrel with his father. When the whole family flew in a private jet, Pitt was drunk and began arguing with his wife. Maddox decided to stand up for her and attacked his adoptive father. The situation was out of control. After this incident, Angelina filed for divorce, and the couple argued for a long time about custody of the children. Maddox testified against his father and even wanted to drop his last name. Pitt and Maddox are reportedly still not in touch. Maddox seems to have a lot of influence over his mother. He finally achieved his goal and became the main man in her life. Angelina Jolie often appears in public with her oldest son and maintains a closer relationship with him. However, Maddox has long grown up and began to live on his own. When he was a teenager, he worked a little in the film industry. He had a small part in Pitt's movie World War Z in 2013, where he played a zombie who was shot. Maddox also helped his mother with work on a Netflix original film First They Killed My Father, a daughter of Cambodia remembers. But finally Maddox realized that he didn't want to follow in the footsteps of his parents. In 2019, Maddox picked a college relatively close to his Cambodian home. He went off to South Korea's Yonsei University in August 2019 to study biochemistry. Maddox was accepted to other universities but chose Yonsei, where he takes Korean lessons multiple times a week. One of the reasons for choosing the school could be that it is not far from his Cambodian home, making it easier for him to visit. I'm so happy for that he's grown up into such a good man. I say that cause he's smart and he's doing his work, but he is also wild, he is balanced in his teenage years. Jolie shared about her oldest son. Today Maddox is indeed very popular in his native country. Cambodian people were proud and happy for him growing up in such a high-class life, because many others in the population don't get that chance. Many of them love him to go back and understand his culture. In 2022, Maddox celebrated his 21st birthday with his family. Brad Pitt sent him a gift and a loving note as a last-ditch effort to make amends, but never heard back. Brad probably misses Maddox and was really hoping to repair their relationship, but he has hit a wall. Do you think Pitt and Maddox will ever reconcile? Or perhaps Maddox is glad that he is now the main man in his mother's life? Well, in any case, the fate of this guy is incredible, and he justified the hopes of his foster mother and brought her perhaps as much happiness as no other man in her life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share your thoughts with me, to click like and to subscribe. See you next time!